Hello? Hello? Is this thing even switched on? Grant. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever else you want to call yourself these days. Welcome now to the inaugural flying air flight from Dublin, Gatwick to New York. My name is Johnny McNamara, and I'm your purser tonight. Now, the purser, for those of you not familiar with their highly professional titles, is not a fella that goes around robbing handbags. It's the one in charge of the flight, the chief flight attendant, if you will, or the bloke who asks you to see your ticket as you walk on the plane, and then tells you your number in case you can't read. My wife calls me the cursor and the chief fight assistant, going by the scraps that I get into in swords every Saturday night. By the looks of it, I'm the chief of a lot of things here tonight, folks. As I was saying, the captain is just, well, we really poured a bit too much drink into him, ladies and gentlemen. He was celebrating his birthday. He was 60 years of age, and he created the cardinal sin by, taking on board a long transatlantic flight the day after his 60th birthday. Now, chiefly, I'm in need of a cup of coffee or maybe a long nap, but I've been asked to pass on the message from the cockpit. Our Captain O'Malley has a touch of a headache. By the word a touch, I mean a full-blown migraine that could curdle milk. And before you start worrying about safety, you should have known that this is entirely our fault. We had a bit of a celebration last night, like I said. It was a real milestone and a real shame that he decided to celebrate it, like I said before, the flight here tonight. But sure, 'twill wear off by the morning. Now, you will have noticed the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign because we are flying into a conga line of cumulamonibus. I think that's the correct spelling of it, cumulamonibus, which is lit up like a rave at Pygmalion. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently our new co-pilot has just taken the reins now while the captain takes a quick power nap. And a new co-pilot, let's give him a big hand, is Manuel from Barcelona, our latest flying air rookie sent over to us by HR. He's been fantastic so far, though I did hear him say, I could make it out in the Spanish, that he thought something about bumpy when he was looking at the flight path. So you'll feel some bumps and some shakes and maybe even a few drops, but we like to call it the flying air experience. Part air travel, part team, part ride. Two for the price of one. So just a friendly reminder, secure your overhead baggage, because if you don't, that big bag that you packed with all your junk is going to come flying out and hit someone in the head. And we can't have any of that. Not after you've paid so little for this flight. I tell you the captain's favourite joke in honour of his birthday. There was an Englishman, an Irishman and a Scotsman invited up to the captain's cabin. And the Scotsman said, I could tell exactly where we are in the world just by putting my hand out the window. So the captain opened the window, the Scotsman put his hand out and he said, we're directly over the North Pole. How'd you know that, says the captain? He pulled in his hand, he said, look, my hand's like ice, he says, freezing cold. Well done, says the captain, you're very accurate. And the Englishman said, oh, I say, old chap, I think I can do very well in that challenge. And he put his hand out and he said, we're just approaching London. That's amazing, said the captain. How did you know that? Oh, he said, Wimbledon is on, he said, and I've caught a tennis ball. And the Irish fella says, well, I won't be baited by the two of ye. So he put his hand out the window and he pulled it back in. He says, we're directly over Limerick. That's amazing, said the captain. How'd you know that? He said, I had a bleeding watch in my hand, he said, when I put it out there in the first place. But happy birthday to the captain, I have to say. He's a wonderful man. Now, sit back, relax, or if you're me, try to stay upright. We've got complimentary water in the back, and I've got a complimentary headache. So thank you, ladies and geriatrics, for travelling with Flying Air today. And as we say, where every day is St. Patrick's Day. And if you see a wing flapping around like a pigeon, don't take no notice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, slán. And I'll be talking to you in a while when we come through the cabin with our in-flight service of drink, and more drink. Good luck.